So what's up guys? Before we start, make sure to subscribe and like or comment. Or don't like, don't comment, whatever, but make sure to comment and like. So now taking a look at AMC. Now if we just change the indicators a bit. Now we have been on this bullish trend ever since May, possibly even longer, and we have been trading above the 9 EMA, and we currently closed the last candlestick yesterday above the 9 EMA. On top of that, we gained some very bullish momentum, and the candlestick turned green, as you can see here. Now, same thing. Taking a look at the RSI, we pulled quite nicely back to the 60, well, almost 60, 61 level, which means we gained enough room uh, so we could go much higher from here. Same thing if we take a look at the stochastic. We where is it? We pulled back quite nicely, and if we take a look at the MACD, we didn't come close to where the long line crosses the short one or touches it, but we kind of formed a little pullback, and which might indicate that we could still turn around here and see kind of this double hill pattern, which is not yet confirmed. However, here we could also go much higher here as well. So now, but the main focus here is the let's take this one, doesn't really matter. So now we have been trading above the 20 EMA, and we didn't come close to it, but taking a look at the support area here, maybe if we go down to a smaller time frame on the 4-hour chart, well, let's change it, maybe the 1-hour chart. What does it say here? You can see we have here a resistance area, we broke out of it, and then we pulled back like once and here almost twice, which means we are forming here a nice support area currently, which on the daily chart is roughly at the 20-day EMA, which means we are still very much on this bullish uptrend. And on top of that, if we take a look at the RSI, we have been here forming this downwards pattern. Same thing here on the stochastic. While at the same time we are going much higher from here, which is to say that this might be a bullish divergence, which means we could go much higher from here, even above the previous levels, since we are still on this bullish trend. And as long as we stay above these levels, we are still on this bullish trend, which might lead us to even new higher highs. So that being the case, as long as we don't break the 35 to 37 area, let me just draw this rectangle here. So as long as we stay above here, because we might still see a pullback or see some movement around above this area here. Because another thing is that we have been forming here this kind of triangle, and it might not be a 100% bullish triangle, but as I said, the support area is here, and we have here this kind of small divergence where we go high up, and we have been here forming lower highs, and here we came closer to retest this area, but like I said, the momentum is very strong, which could lead us to break out here, or otherwise we might pull back, see some consolidation around this area and then break out. But for now the chances and the trend is still very much likely to the bullish side rather than to the bearish side, as long as we stay above these levels, which means here would be somewhere the trade that I would take or would look to take. Maybe if we take here some kind of middle, which would be like a 42 to 34 $8 area with a stop loss. This was a shorting long position. Let's make it again. So our stop loss somewhere around 34. It depends what kind of brokerage uh, company you have. So maybe you have to check it out for yourself how big your spread is. Because like I said, 35.70 here would be the lowest point, but let's say you have a $1 spread, you might go to 34.7. Here we are at 33, so we could even go a little bit higher. But the entry, well, depends if we can see a pullback. If we can see a pullback until here, 42.3 would be a great area to buy. Otherwise, maybe a little bit higher. Well, target would obviously be the 70 area, but I might even target above the 70 area, because on the 4-hour chart the stochastic is pretty low, and here we might see a kind of small turnaround on the RSI as well, which might lead to a pullback. Let's check the 2-hour chart. Well, here also it could lead to a pullback since we are here at the edge of this triangle. Same goes for the 1-hour chart. Otherwise, if we don't see a pullback, but we see a breakout above the triangle, then maybe, I don't know where I can find, well, let's just use the, and if we can kind of see some, well, this should be maybe a little bit nicer, but if we manage to form a couple of candlesticks that close outside of the triangle and maybe even pull back to retest this area here, which would here then act as a support area. So just in case if we break out, look for a bullish sign here with a couple of candlesticks that turn into a bullish sign and find support at this area. Maybe if we go down on a small time frame we can see something. Well, here on the 5-minute chart, for example, we slightly broke above the triangle, which is this line here, and we have here closed a couple of candlesticks outside of the triangle, and we are currently forming this nice area. But since this is just a 5-minute chart, we still could see a bigger pullback, so I would maybe look for those kind of candlesticks on maybe bigger time frames, maybe on the 1 hour chart or 30-minute chart. Now, like I said, the trend is still up for AMC, and we have this bullish candlestick. So if we pull back, I would be a buyer here. Otherwise, I would look for an entry at maybe here somewhere if you break above the triangle. Now what I wanted to show you as well is if we take a look at, let's say, Litecoin. I hope this is the right one, although I'm not too sure about it. But yeah, here I think it was, no, it was not this one. It was, well, I think it was this one here. Let's just change it up. So I think it was this one where we traded the whole time above the 20. No, it wasn't Litecoin. It was this one, I think. Well, I'm not too sure about that as well. Which one was it? Might have been this one. Nope, definitely. Well, let me just find it. It should have been this one. But it doesn't show the previous past, which kind of sucks at the moment. Maybe this one here. Yes, I think this one should work pretty fine. So now if you take a look at, this is I think Bitcoin Gold, and AMC is kind of forming this pattern here where we kind of are trading at the, we have been trading at the 9 EMA this whole time, and then we saw a pullback here, which is currently where AMC is, somewhere around here. We have also seen this kind of pattern where the RSI goes lower and the stochastic, while at the same time we go higher here, and we keep trading between the 20-day EMA and the 50. On AMC we are even trading above the 20 EMA, so, and we never broke these levels here. This is the candlestick on AMC that was the 3570 area. I mean, this candlestick here on Bitcoin is something that happens within the crypto market, so this is something that we don't pay attention to for now, since usually we don't want to see a break below this support line, and this is currently happening at AMC. We are staying above these levels, and then we rallied from this consolidation part even above the previous highs. So this is why I'm also still very bullish on AMC and looking for a buying opportunity since we are in this area. If we go back to it, so we are here, it's just two candlesticks, so we might see a couple of days to the side around this area here before we go higher. But however, the trend is still bullish. So I guess this video is pretty long, but I still hope it will be helpful. So make sure to subscribe or like or comment, ask questions, whatever.